Hello everyone, welcome to class 21 of Python programming. I am Pratap from Smears Education Solutions. I'll discuss today more about print statements, and this is very important because in each and every program we'll use this. Let me start writing one assignment statement. I'll print it. So we got the printout here. If you want to check another one, copy here, print here, and we'll write it B and print B. Also we'll make it 20, a different number. So if you try to run it, you will get 20. But if you see the difference, this is printed here, first line, this is printed in the second line. And there is a lot of gap here and here. You should know why 20 is printed in the next line. You can say new line, not here immediately after 10. Because print statement, when you write print statement, it will not only print the value, but at the same time, it will reserve. It will print 10, then it will reserve the whole line. So print A means there are two things. One is you print the value, then go to the next line. Okay, you can print here. It's like if someone is sitting here in a classroom, he or she says, this whole line is for me. Nobody else can sit here. Okay, that's very important. Even if you keep gaps here, it won't matter. You'll get like this only. There is no gap here. If you want a gap here, then you can write a empty print statement like this. Then you will get a gap here. If you do this, you won't get gaps. So what this print statement doing is, it's not printing anything, but it's reserving one whole line. The next print, when you write, one print, two print, three print. Between them, one print here and nothing in the same line. This print here, nothing in the same line. This print statement, what it will do is, it will reserve one line. Nothing will be printed. Now, whatever you want to write, it will be printed here. Now, suppose you want to see 20 here. That is possible. What we can do is, we'll write this one. N is equal to, you can write single quote, double quote, whatever you want. You print A. After printing, you end this with a space here. Only one space, you see. If you want more, you can do this way. If you don't want any space, you can write this way. But this is syntax. You need to write how you want to end. Suppose you want to end with one line, then you have to write new line. This is new line, backslash and then n, new line. It will go to the new line. So whenever you write print A, any print you write, this is equivalent to this. They are the same. By default, when you are not writing anything, that means we are writing print A, comma, and this. See, I write this or I write this. They are one and the same. By default, print A means print A and end with a new line. That means you are not supposed to keep anything here. You print it and keep reserve the whole row, so that whatever you write, whenever you see another print statement, that will go to the next one. So now this one, if you don't want this way, this one you need to change. How you can change it? Sometimes we write other symbols also. We have a tab space concept, but those are not required. If you want to end with star, you can write a star here. So we don't need this. and we want to end this one with a star. Okay, so there is a problem. Yeah, that is over now. So the first one is printed, and then we're ending this with star. Okay, so this much is done now with this print statement. With the next print statement, this will be executed. Suppose you want another one copy where it will be printed. If you write it C, then print C, you write here 30 or 40, whatever, you run it. See, 40 comes then to the next line because there is nothing like this here in B. If you want to change this and you write 1 here, then what will happen? Then 40 will come here. So what happens is when you are writing a print statement, you have to mention something. You want 1 space, 2 space, 1 star, 2 stars, or maybe a whole line. Whole line we don't write. By default, if you are not writing anything, it's considering new line. After 40, I have not written anything because when you write some other sentence, like other print statement, then this will be used. Here you need to write something because this is the end. See, if I print anything here, suppose I print 8 here, what will happen? 8 will be printed in the new line because I have not written something here. This is uh, something very important and you need to remember. It will be very, very useful. Now, let me run a for loop. For I in range, print I. If I write this, what will happen is I'll get all. Now, let me run a for loop. You should know that there are 5 print statements. So 5 times it will give you the printout. Every time after printing, it will reserve the whole line. That's why we are getting this way. Even if you write 5,000 here, you need 5,000 lines. If you want to write this way, you want to end it with 1 space, then it's possible. Yes, you can get in a row. In a for loop also, and when you are using range or any list or whatever, you still can get this way. If you want a comma here, you can write comma here. And you will see in the next class, in nested for loops, we'll use this concept and will generate different kind of shapes. You run it with comma. Last comma is there because the last, after the last statement also, last print statement, the 5th one, then also there is a comma. You have to end it with comma so that next one, whenever you write, that will be printed here. If I write another print statement here, anything, suppose 7, what will happen is it will be printed here. Just because you want to end the last print statement with a comma. That's why. However, if you write another statement like this, it will go to the next line because you have not written anything here. Remember, this is within the for loop, and in the last statement also this comma stands. Okay, that comma will come anyway, but after 7 you have not written anything. That's why it came here. If you want one gap, gaps are also very important. You will see next time in the next class. See, we can get this way also. Okay, so this way you can run everything. Now suppose you want a hash here, then we'll get a hash here. It's not necessary that one number should be printed in only one line. Comma is the best one, or you just keep one space. That's all. Suppose you have a list here. You write from this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is your list. Now we print this one. We'll write a for loop. For I in D, print I, that's all. We'll make it simple. For I in D, if you print I, what will happen? You will get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See, again, we have 5 lines. We can write a and with this one here, and then you see, we get everything here. So if you want to print the list and you want all the elements in one line, that is also possible. If you say, no, I can directly print D, then you will get the list. If I write print D, then it will show you the list as a list. You will get list symbol also. Okay. If you want elements and you want elements separately, not in columns, not in rows, in one row only, not in many rows, then you can write this way, or whatever you want between the print statements, whatever you want. If you have not written anything, then it will take whole line. The gap between those two is one line, new line. You print in the new line every time. Now, this is a very important one. In between, if you want, you can here also, suppose you want 10, 20, 30 here, 40, 50 here, then how can you do this? You can think on this and you can write in the comment box. There are so many ways you can write. I want 10, 20, 30 here in the first row and 40, 50 in the second row. That's a combination, not in 5 columns, not in 5 rows. I want in 2 rows. That you can try yourself. We can use new line, that is this one, backslash and n, in other cases as well. Suppose I write print hello world. By default, you get the print this way. If you run it, you will get hello world this way. Suppose you want to print it in 2 lines and you want a gap here. If I write this, what will happen? You will get this gap, but it will not go to the new line. If you want to take this to new line, then you have to write this way. Wherever you write this, it will divide. So hello, and then when this backslash and n, it will see, it will take the next word, next whatever you have written, that is to the next line. It will go to the next line. If you do this way, then see there is a gap here. If you are making a gap, because what will happen is hello is for this whole line, then new line comes. In new line also we have some gap. So if I don't want that, I can do this way. Even if you write this, it will have no effect, because hello anyway you are writing in one line. Okay, gaps are there, and anyway gaps are there. From here, suppose you want a new line, you want to print world in a new line from here, that means again it will go here only. So there is no change. Sometimes by mistake you might write this way. You are writing any word, and suppose you by mistake you write this way, then what will happen? I have to write within quotes though. Then you see, you don't get no. Even you don't get the whole one. Though this is a string, you don't get whatever way we wanted. We wanted all in one line, right? If I make it any other letter or maybe anything, you will get in one line. See. So this is a special one. Remember, backslash NOW. So wherever you write within quotes, there it will be divided. To the left, whatever is there, you will get in one row. And to the right, whatever you have, that will come to the next row. If you have any problem, please comment below. We'll definitely try to answer as soon as possible, and try to share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Class is over for today. Thank you.